Ladies and gentlemen, earlier we took a look at the global market, but what about here in the UAE? Now, 2023 was the UAE's year of sustainability, part of which was to push and promote plant-based food here in the country. Well, to tell us a little bit more about some of the driving changes here in the United Arab Emirates, please welcome our next guest, who has worked for several large international food manufacturers at sea level for more than 20 years. Please give a very warm welcome to Thomas Wrede, the CEO and member of the board at Novel Foods Group, UAE. A very warm welcome.
Thank you very much and warm welcome. Hopefully you are open for some more information about plant-based. I don't like to call it plant-based meat because this is a kind of artificial name. We have to think about a new category in the end. But anyway, here is where we stay. So, what moves us here, or what we are doing here in the UAE is, of course, we are using these actually situation. The UAE is trying to secure his food delivery, make himself a little bit undependent on food imports, and you can imagine this is exactly what has happened over the last years, and therefore it matches directly, and it's very, for us, exciting to be exactly now here in this market to develop ourselves, but also to give some further benefits to the region. So we see ourselves with our transformation journey, and this is for all these companies that are working in this area, I think very crucial, and we have to be clear over this, that we can link it in a very specific and in a very intense manner with these actual movement in the area here, and therefore it is for us being part of this innovation, and here in this region, I will show you later what are the benefits we feel here in this area about being here as a part of the business. So, change of perspective, we have heard a lot of informations, and we got a lot of informations today about exactly these changes we are feeling, we are seeing here in this area, and probably most of you know there is this UAE National Food Security Strategy 2051, where all these aspects are written down, and of course for us it seems to be an idle match to appear here and to look at this market as this international environment. And of course, this is a chance also for new employment, for education, for new qualification, and we will be part of this whole movement in the group. So, here I will tell you, I will not show you so much charts, statistics. I will tell you a little bit more of my personal feeling, what makes me move from being involved in Europe in the food business, coming here and taking this new challenge personally. So for me, this journey started in 2022. I was asked if I could be interested in a role for modern food in Dubai. So I said, okay, sounds interesting. We have to go a little bit deeper in it. And due to the one principle I have you see, I believe our head is round, that thinking can change the direction. So I thought, okay, why not? I have to go deeper in this area and find out what does it mean and what can it be. And then, from a European point of view, from a European perspective, it is not so very obvious that you say, okay, we build up a plant-based meat factory in Dubai or Abu Dhabi or UAE. So this was something I was in the need to go very deeply in it to understand what can be the benefit and why is this an attractive chance. So yes, and as I usually do, I sorted the pros and the cons. And as you can see, the pros were a little bit more, so I'm standing here today. So, and it is not due to the marvelous environment, the city, the area, the nice people meeting here, the international experience you have here. No, it is due to the reason that you can make a difference here in this food sector. And you can maybe be a part of lasting change. And this was exactly something for me very sufficient, and I moved here. So, yeah, I have then been very deeply in the aspects of plant-based food, and I have been in all these things we have heard today, from health aspects, environmental aspects, and animal welfare. But I did also a kind of self-experiment. So I bought these products, I compared it with the original products, the meat products, and I have to say, okay, here are some, we're here also in an area where we're eating a lot of food, a lot of meat. So if you've been out there in the evening and you eat something, yeah, probably it will be kebab. And maybe you eat stuffed kebab. And I remember once I've done it. It is after this, I was not able to sleep. So it was very heavy in my stomach. So I felt not well. And compared to plant-based meat products, I tasted then afterwards also, you have a total different effect. And you do not have this feeling. And at this stage, I like to say again, maybe you know it anyway, but you see, we as humans are not built for eating meat. We are built for eating plants or wheat, but not for meat. So when you go into the anatomy, so you will see it immediately. However, I found also out in these self-tests, there are also products that are not really tasting good. So, and this means, of course, this is a challenge for us to find really good and to develop really good tasting products. And Patrick, you said it already, and I know you mean it. It has to taste. It is not like something, it has to be itself, and it has to be tasteful. So, by the way, what you told us here today looks like and feels like you are telling something about our future. You started 2014, so I think there is a way we have to go. But anyway, with all these challenges, there are, of course, opportunities, and I will show you what were the 10 points of my pro list, what moves me here. So, of course, it's interesting development potential in terms of manufacturing processes and production technology. This is one aspect. But it is, in my opinion, currently one of the most exciting sectors in food manufacturing where you can be involved in. And this is something I was really keen to be part of this, and yeah, I'm further on very happy that I have taken this decision. We have already heard about the population of the world and the increasing numbers, so there will be an increasing demand automatically. And we know we cannot feed all the people on the planet with the old methods. So we have to change something anyway. So we have also the opportunity, I already mentioned it, to create a new category, because you see plant-based meat, again, plant-based broccoli is also plant-based. This is a kind of artificial category. We have to find a new name, I would say. So then I already talked about the positive lifestyle here in this area, in this region. Of course, we have an interesting mix of international people. We have international employees. We have also international qualified people. The workforce is already here, so this is at least something very interesting and very grateful to be part of it. We have a friendly and safe environment. This is also something, when you are coming from the old Europe, sometimes it is a really, really positive aspect that you can move here without every minute watching your belongings, because here it is not stolen. And one experience here, experience and the age, feel respected. I got the proof last week in the metro. I went to the Gulf Food together with a colleague, and I stand there, and suddenly a young man raised and said to me, "Sir, will you have my seat?" And I said, "No, thanks, I can stay here." But anyway, he was very friendly, so I felt very good. So it is something makes you feel good here so long as you stay. And you see, only to finalize this list with 10 points, the 9 tops is not nice, so I mentioned the weather. It is also something we have to keep in mind. But one thing, during all this period and this time being involved here in this area, there is one thing, I like to call it narrative, that emerged for me, and I will share it with you. This is, in my opinion, the plant does not have to pass through the animal before we eat it. So this is something we should be aware of, and maybe we should use this further on to more intensive communication with all the consumers and so on. So I'm believing very strongly in this. So what is an additional situation here? I'm feeling personally very positive. This is, of course, you see the UAE. The UAE is a region where you can really see examples for that visions can be realized. So, and this is inspiring for everybody who is working here. This is a kind of feeling, a climate really here in this area. So therefore, I'm also happy to stay here. So, and what we see is, of course, not only to start here in the UAE, it is also to go via the GCC in the MENA region, and of course, we are also focusing on India. And this all with a local production facility to have also these sustainability aspects. So what I like to mention here is some positive aspects of our products, affordable, healthier, and produced in the region. I already mentioned it. The potential to become an integral part of the everyday consumption, and this is also something Patrick mentioned. So we have to reach the consumer in every case. We have to understand where are they standing and how to reach them. So it should also be this convenient aspect with our products that we can offer. We have also this experience when we are preparing these products ourselves. So it is a quick, easy preparation, low losses and simple handling, and therefore it can also be, and it will be, more interesting for the HoReCa sector. I'm very sure of this, and I will mention this a little bit later. So therefore, something good, and we have to look at some challenges at the same time. Of course, we have a very warm and dry environment. We have to save water. We have land availability. Okay, this seems to be not the issue here. We have these expatriates as a workforce already existing, very international, and we have regular compliance and regulations. I was really astonished when I went into these regulations. They are really comparable with the level in Europe when we are talking about food safety, hygiene, labeling, and so on. So this is really on the same level. And energy cost, yes, we have twice per 1,000 inhabitants, we have twice the power consumption as in Germany, for example. But on the other side, it's only half the price. So it equals in a way. So what here, and I will not forget this, as I mentioned it already, to understand the consumer and to understand where we can get him. This is our next very important step, and therefore it's for us necessary to make a deeper and better dive into the inside of the consumer. So we are, as an early mover, I'd like to say, we are not the first mover, but an early mover. Of course, we have the opportunity to learn from others, and the learn curve others have already back them. I can see we can understand much better and deeper what is inside the consumer happening. So we have to attract and inspire more people about this. This is the question about communication, and we can, of course, change people eating habits by understanding where we get them. So what we have here, and I will leave this, we have a lot heard about R&D, nutrition. We have facts seen overall. What I like to mention here is, of course, our interest, our extremely interest in getting new partnerships here with universities, organizations, and companies, and sharing our expertise and experience. But I will, coming to a conclusion, and this is very important for me, because all the hard facts, the product should taste and the product should have an affordable price. There is something we are of the opinion that we have already created here. This is a so-called concept center, and this concept center should be the place where we are able to charge the emotions of everybody who will join us and everybody who will visit us. This is an impression of this concept center. What we are intending to do is we will transfer our knowledge, we will listen and learn, we will have a lot of experienced people there, and therefore this is very important for us. We will develop, we will enhance the existing, and of course, we will keep our audience and ourselves curious. And one thing, you see, we are mostly coming out of the meat age. So as you can see here, this is the most popular way of getting some protein. And you see, during this time here, we were in contact with several people, and at least we managed to win one of these chefs so far working in a steakhouse as an executive chef. And as you can see, this guy here, it is really the guy we have, our chef Raymond. And here you can see he has already shifted his wearings, but also his mental ideas. And this is something I like very. Was not so easy to convince him being part of our team, but now we have the feeling it's totally the right decision to have somebody who is on the same level and coming also from this age, and now we are going to the next century. And this is my part for today, and I think thank you very much, and keep curious.